Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Ace, and I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, check out my previous videos and let me know if you find something that you like. And if this isn't your first time here, welcome back yet again. Thank you for sticking with this channel. It's been amazing. We've had an interesting, last couple of months since, like, as far as I can remember, with the pandemic and all of that. And a lot of events, moved online, where we started having, online webinars, conferences as much as possible. I couldn't help but notice recently where a lot of, in-person conferences and meetups are being organized or being planned for later in the year. So if you, have plans to go to these in-person conferences, I would assume not much has changed. But I want to share, one of my experiences, one thing I learned from going to these conferences and these meetups or watching other people go and, trying to network at these events and trying to meet new people, gain new experiences, and just want to share this tip with you all as to what to do and how to network in-person conferences. So stay tuned. So a few years ago, I found myself at Facebook F8. I was, just moving around like every other person that was there, fascinated by everything that was going down. And one thing that stood out was people were, seated in silos. They were seated you were hanging out with people that you already knew, or just being around and just communicating with people that you are very familiar with. There was some sort of networking going on, but you don't know who is who, you don't know who could be who. And the truth of the matter is that this happens a lot in conferences or meetups generally. And fortunately for me that day, I learned something that was very, mind-blowing. I happened to be hanging out with, Victor Asemota. I don't know if anyone in the audience knows, but you should definitely check him out. It's called Big Chief on Twitter. And throughout my time hanging out with him, there was one experience I totally, appreciated just being with him at that particular day. And it was how he actually networked at the event. And I think everyone should do that. One thing that stood out for me was I asked him how he was able to just, walk up to anybody, get to speak with them, and then from there, exchange contacts, business cards. And mind you, these were people from different backgrounds. We're able to speak to people that, were CEOs of Fortune 500 companies, tech companies, people that were building, I think on that day, we actually spoke to someone that was working on a dashboard for NASA or something like that, and they were using React, which is why they were at the Facebook conference. But it's just insane how many people were able to just speak to and network with on that day simply because of this tip that I'm about to share with you. And this tip is not directly for me, like I mentioned. It was from watching Asemota actually just navigate his way through the conference. And the truth is that every other person that comes to this conference and is hanging around has the same intention as you, which is to network, right? But the truth of the matter is people can be shy or hesitate to just walk up to anyone. So if they're already there, interested in the same thing that you're interested in, what's important for you now is to take the bold step and walk up to these people. So if you're at a conference where networking is incredibly encouraged, but you still find people, just hanging out and just loitering around, so to speak, the easiest way to network with these people and break the ice is to walk up to them, introduce yourself, and just start a conversation. You have absolutely no idea who you're going to meet, what role you're going to play in the person's life, or what they will play in your life, or how your relationship would eventually grow from that point. But if there's anyone that's an attendee, visibly interested in being a part of this conference that you're attending, they also want to network. They are just as shy as you probably are, and the best thing for you to do is just walk up to them, say hi, introduce yourself, what you do, and of course if they do not want to talk to you, they will let you know they don't want to talk to you, and then you just keep it as civil as possible and walk away. But that's not usually the case, because if you're at a networking event, then the likeliest thing is that you want to network, right? So if every other person is struggling with it, why not make it easier for yourself to walk up to these people and just start chatting with them? So for me that day, just walking around with Asemota at Facebook F8 was incredibly mind-blowing. I heard a lot of stories, I had a lot of challenges that people were facing, how they solved different problems, which was insane. And I wish I had gotten to do that even more before that. But if I happen to go to any in-person conference moving from that day forward, I just walk up to anyone that I see is part of that conference, of course, wants to speak, possibly has a name tag, open to communication, and I just reach out to them, and then I don't know where it goes from there. That kind of eliminates the first stage of, everywhere is awkward, you don't know who to speak to and all of that. So that's the major tip I wanted to share in this video. If you are looking out to attend an in-person conference very soon, if it's a networking conference, it's encouraging networking, do not hesitate to be that first person to reach out. So I hope somebody finds this video useful, and if you attend an in-person conference in the next couple of months, do take it and keep it in mind that if anyone is there, they would also like to network with you. So I think that should make it easy. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends that would also be attending conferences soon, and let's get shit up. I'll see you guys in my next video.